How's it going, guys? Today we're gonna be talking about something really important you could be doing for your accounts each month and a few times at that. This is gonna allow you to have a chance for great epics and legendaries each month, and it can really get you some amazing things. I should know I've gotten a couple of really amazing things like this, so I really believe everybody should be doing this every time they have a chance to. What I'm talking about is Prism Shards, and before you click away, I really believe a lot of you should be seeing this video, especially if you haven't been around Raid for that long. So I hope this video helps you, and if it does, a like and subscribe would be awesome. And don't forget you can also get yourself a free account takeover with me each Tuesday and Thursday live on my streams on YouTube. Now, let's get into it. So yeah, what I'm talking about is the Prism Shards, and this thing is no joke, guys. This is actually how I got myself some pretty amazing champions basically for free, and I really believe everybody should be taking their chances here as well. And there are a few tips and tricks you could be using here in order to actually get yourself even better odds of getting good stuff. If you want a 100% chance of getting yourself good stuff, you can actually start Raid the right way through my download link, which is gonna give you 4 amazing legendary champions in your first week of playing Raid, and you're also gonna be able to get your hands on an amazing legendary champion in your first 24 hours by using one of the amazing promo codes like Monkey King for Sun Wukong, Desert Queen for Tahana Rock, or Demon Slayer for the new legendary Dwarf Fusion. So if you think about starting Raid or plan on starting a new account, my download link is actually one of the best ones out there, if not the best. But yeah, Prism Shards are actually how I got my hands on this bad boy, and I gotta say, this guy absolutely transformed my account. I'm not even joking. This guy is an absolute monster in Hydra. Like, the max damage he brings with his A2, his own reset and increased buffs is very awesome. All around an absolute unit of a champion, this one. And I can't remember who else I got like this. It was again from one of these. I think it was a faction unity champion, but I'm not really sure who. Could it have been Aislinn? Maybe it was Aislinn, who honestly isn't doing all that much for my account, but doesn't matter. The fact remains that even getting yourself a single or a double pull for the Prism Shards is allowing you to get yourself some awesome legendaries, and right now, to be fair, the pool is not top tier. Like, if you get yourself Grokos, that'd be pretty awesome. And we also have Operdin in here, who is amazing in some Sana teams and Chimera, let's say. There's this new guy out here, which is actually not that bad. So yeah, all around there are quite a few decent champions in here. Definitely account changing for a lot of newer players, that's for sure. But also the epic pool is super good as well, guys. Like, do not sleep on these epics. They're basically for free. Like, Prism Shards are basically Sacred Shards, with the downside of them not giving you points on Summon Rush, but with the upside of them giving you points on Champion Chase. So as you notice, this thing has a 6% chance of a Legendary and 94% chance of an Epic, which is literally the same as normal rates for Sacred Shards. So basically getting your hands on a Sacred Shard for free this way, like, there's no other way for you to actually farm Sacred Shards from tournaments and events like this, so it's a really nice way for you to be getting your hands on one of these. There are a few intricacies to these things though. Like, for starters, you cannot actually save yourself the Prism Crystals for you to actually use them on other events. But that's not exactly true. There is a way for you to actually save your crystals and not get auto-summoned, but you gotta be a little bit sneaky. Like a lot of things in Raid, you gotta cheat a little. It's not exactly cheating, but what you could be doing is you could not claim the reward for your Prism Crystals and just leave it in your tournament section. As you're gonna see, group ends in 2 days and 3 hours, and you're also gonna have a few days to actually claim the rewards from this group, which is gonna be far after the Prism event is over. This one has 3 days and 2 hours left, so you will actually be able to not claim the crystals and leave them in your inbox for when you actually need them. Well, that's not exactly true. They're not gonna go in your inbox, they're gonna get auto-claimed, but they're gonna be in your inventory here instead, and you will be able to actually stack a few more pulls on your next Prism event this way, which could be interesting. Like, for instance, for me right now, this event does not really spark that much joy. I'm not really eyeballing any of these champions and feeling too good about them. I am missing quite a few of them, but yeah, I do have Grokos, which is the big sell here. I have Knave of Hearts, which is interesting, but definitely not that usable for me. This guy is also in here, I also have him. The rest I don't, but I don't even care about him much, and I don't even care about the epics either nowadays. So I might actually save myself the Prism Crystals for another event soon. Another thing worth noting about Prism Crystals is they don't actually have a real mercy system for you guys. For most of us at least. The mercy system only kicks in for you only after you've summoned 20 Prism Shards in the same event. So this means you have to spend like, what, $200 plus, which is not something a lot of us are comfortable doing. It says it right here, the Mercy counter resets after the current summon pool event ends. With the start of a new summon pool event, the number of summons without a champion of a specific rarity will be set to 0. So yes, Mercy system basically does not exist for free-to-play players that are just farming their Prism Shards this way. But still, this is a very amazing champion for you guys to get yourself some pretty cool epics, and sometimes even amazing legendaries. Like the legendaries you get from here are from a very curated pool, so odds of you actually opening yourself a really good legendary are a lot higher if you do indeed open a legendary. Okay, I think I already sold you on the idea why Prism Shards are good, but how can you actually get yourselves these Prism Crystals is the real question. And a lot of the time, the answer is through not that hard events. Right now, we do have Gear Ascension Tournament, which is basically clear Sand Devil and Phantom Shogun to get oils and extracts, and yes, for a lot of people I'd assume Sand Devil could be a scary piece of content, and it was for me for quite a while, but there's actually some pretty easy strategies you could be taking to great success on this dungeon, and my favorite one would be the Godseeker Aniri, plus a Nuker plus free food champions, which really is very, very good. I've actually built quite a few Godseeker Aniri teams for people on my free account takeover, so if you also need help building yours, don't be afraid to contact me and I'll do my best to help you out on that one as soon as I can. And you can check out my video about how we did a Godseeker Aniri team for one of my viewers not that long ago too. For this strategy to work, all you gotta do is build your Aniri very healthy and very defense heavy. She doesn't need to be too fast, all she needs is to be above 208 speed. And you also need yourself a nice little nuker, preferably an HP burner or a max HP champion like Newt. And the nuker needs to be above 181 speed, and that basically means you're gonna get wiped on the first attack, Aniri is gonna revive herself and then revive the nuker. The nuker is gonna deal one good attack, then he's dying, Aniri takes a few more hits, rinse and repeat, and in a couple of minutes you get yourself a nice little Sand Devil 25 with free food champions, which ain't no joke. This is only one of the possible ways of you getting Prism Crystals though. Right now this is the way to go on this current event, but usually you can also find yourself Champion Chase or Summon Rush tournaments. I think a lot of times it's actually Summon Rush and not Champion Chase, because the Champion Chase does actually allow you to get more points on that particular event, so I think it was actually Summon Rush, so you have to be cracking open other shards, which definitely is not an easy way to get yourself extra crystals like that, and not exactly free-to-play friendly, but the other one would be through a Dungeon Divers event, which, again, not the favorite event for most people, but still pretty worth it for most. If you have the energy, if you have the gems, it's actually pretty worth it to bang out a few extra, especially right now since we have the Karosa event dungeon. I'd say it's pretty worth it for a lot of people to be farming as much as they can on the hardest stage they can. Last but not least, also there are not that bad crystal offers for you guys to pick up, because technically this thing is twice as cheap as Sacred Shards, but gives you the same amount of rewards as Sacred Shards, if not better. Getting yourself a single pull costs you 10 bucks, and you do get a little bit of bonus if you actually buy the big bundle here, but it's not really that much better, I guess. It does also get some Plarium points, so not the worst in the world, but yeah, all around, if you're planning on spending some money, Prism Shards are actually not that bad, especially if you have a champion that you really want. Like, I know a lot of content creators are begging for a Fina event as the max reward here, or a part of the rewards, so that would be pretty cool for them. But yeah, if you really want to be getting yourself a specific legendary champion, if you see it in this pool, this might be the best shot you have. So that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope this helped you realize how worth these Prism events actually are. I would really appreciate it if you drop a like and subscribe to the channel for more Raid Shadow Legends content. And don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Thursday and Tuesday for free account takeovers with me. Download the game through my download link if you want to start Raid the right way and get yourself some amazing champions as soon as you start. Thanks for watching. I'm Chris05, and I'll see you in my next video or stream.